Hello, friends. Now let us discuss the model answer for yesterday's case study, which we gave you uh, because as I mean, alternate day we are giving one day case study, another day theoretical question. So yesterday we gave a case study. So now today we will discuss the model answer for the case study, and today again we will be giving one theoretical question which we will be answering tomorrow. So the case study which was given yesterday uh, was like this. You are the collector of a coastal district where war refugees from an international conflict have landed. Local population opposes accommodating them, citing limited resources and job scarcity. The government has directed humanitarian assistance. How would you address the humanitarian obligations without alienating local citizens? So this is the case study which we have to answer now. Now, as I keep on telling, now let us follow the Kidder's dilemma paradigms, Potter box model, and let us try to analyze first what are the ethical principles involved, who are the stakeholders, what are the options available, and then we can define what are the steps and how it can be justified. So now here ethical dilemma, if you see, uh, the first is humanitarian duty versus responsibility towards local community. Anyway, this is very clear ethical dilemma because local community is very important and humanitarian duty is also equally important. Then compliance with government orders versus managing socio-economic tension, because the government has instructed to take care of the refugees and the local uh, problems, local citizens are opposing that. Now let us see who are the stakeholders in the whole process. Now, first is refugees themselves, because right to safety, dignity, survival, etc., is at the stake for them. They have come from a country which is war torn or something like that. Then local citizens, another important stakeholders, and they are quoting resource scarcity, livelihood concerns, etc., which is equally genuine also. Then district administration and government authorities, you as a collector and the other administration machinery, all these are another stakeholder. Then civil society and humanitarian organizations, because they always keep and watch what is happening and why it is not happening as per law or as per rules, as per government instructions. This is also important. Then future social cohesion and law and order. This is again a stake at the district, because if there is a problem, law and order problems comes or social cohesion is disturbed, definitely whole problem will be there. Now, what should be the approach to ethical decision making? Let us go step by step and see what can be done in this situation. Now, first step is immediate humanitarian relief. So, establish emergency shelters, health care, and food facilities exclusively for refugees, respecting humanitarian obligations and right to life of Article 21 of Constitution, Indian Constitution. So basically, immediate humanitarian relief has to be extended to them. So this is first step, notwithstanding anything. Okay, then what is second step? Transparent public engagement. Hold public dialogues and outreach programs to explain the necessity and temporary nature of the assistance, framing it within India's long-standing tradition of compassion and refuge. So you have to, on the one hand, you have to immediately extend humanitarian relief to refugees. On the other hand, you have to explain whole thing to the local community, the local population, what are your compulsion and why you are doing that, and how it will not affect adversely to them. You have to explain all those things. So a transparent public engagement is very important. Then resource segregation and protection. Create separate logistics for refugees, that is ration supplies, healthcare services, to ensure that benefits earmarked for local citizens remain unaffected. So as I was earlier telling, you have to convince them also, and you have to actually do also that whatever you earmark for refugees, It should not be that local citizens start suffering. So you have to ensure that their facilities or their medical help, their ration supplies are not disturbed. Still, it is managed that refugees are extended help. Then inclusive local involvement. Then form community monitoring committees with local representatives to oversee refugee management, fostering transparency, ownership, and trust. So you have to involve the local people, local representatives, local leaders, local influential persons. You have to form the committee to see so that they will themselves know what is going on and transparency will be maintained. Then skill development and self-reliance initiatives. Partner with NGOs to provide skill training to refugees for sectors not competing directly with local livelihoods. This is very important. So you leave those sectors which is, affecting the livelihood of local people. Go to other sectors and try to train or upgrade the skill of refugees in those sectors which are not affecting the locals. So not competing directly with local livelihoods, preparing for dignified self-reliance without burdening the local economy. So this is again very important. You have to upgrade their skills, you have to train them, but then there also you have to see that local population employment chances are not adversely affected. Then legal and security measures. Ensure refugees are registered, monitored, and security protocols are enforced to maintain peace and rule of law. This is very important because tomorrow if some mischief occurs or law and order problem is created, you will be responsible. So you have to enforce legal and security measures by this. Now, these 6 steps which you will take, what are the ethical theories which justify these steps? Let us go that, because those theories also you need to mention in your answer along with these steps which you will be taking. So let us see what are those ethical principles. First is Kantian ethics, that is deontology of Immanuel Kant. Every human being deserves dignity and compassion. So this was the theory of Kant. Every human being has to be treated as an end in himself. He cannot be treated as a means. So every human being has to be treated with dignity and compassion. So Kantian ethics actually sanction this or mandates this kind of step which you have taken. Then justice theory of John Rawls, Rawlsian justice. Protect the vulnerable without creating new vulnerabilities among locals. So this is John Rawls' theory of justice. Then ethics of care emphasizes relational empathy, especially in humanitarian crisis. So this is again another theory, ethical theory, which supports your steps which you have taken. Then constitutional values or constitutional morality in Indian Constitution. Article 21 safeguards life and dignity for all persons within Indian territory, affirming humanitarian obligations. So this is again important to mention here. And then finally, conclusion. What will be the conclusion? Ethical public administration demands compassion without compromising community trust. So, compassion without compromising community trust, ensuring a balanced, transparent, and humane approach to crisis management. So, balanced, transparent, and humane approach. So, this completes our model answer for yesterday's case study. Now, let us see what will be the question which will be dealing tomorrow. So this is the question. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. This is a statement from C.S. Lewis. Now discuss the relevance of this statement for a civil servant dealing with conflicting stakeholder interest and institutional pressure. This needs to be answered in 150 words. Tomorrow, we'll discussing the model answer for this question. Again, I will read this question. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. This is a statement from C.S. Lewis, one of the important ethical thinkers. Now, the question is discuss the relevance of this statement for a civil servant dealing with conflicting stakeholders in interests and institutional pressures? So this question we will trying to answer tomorrow in the tomorrow's video. Now, thanks a lot for watching today's video. Thank you, all the viewers. Thank you once again.